In this exercise, you were able to get a feel for how AWS Config can help identify vulnerabilities in your AWS account. I'll go through this exercise in my account by setting up some example config rules. So I have logged into my AWS account, and from the console page, I will go to the AWS Config service. Let's first check the settings for AWS Config. As you can see, I have config recording on, and I have chosen to record only the S3 bucket resources. Let's take a look at my rules. I have added one rule to check for compliance. This rule will check S3 buckets in my account to ensure that they have the server-side encryption setting enabled. If I go into the rule, I can see details about which resources are out of compliance. I originally had 4 buckets which were out of compliance, so I had remediated the issue on 2 of those buckets to ensure that they have default server-side encryption enabled. After having remediated the vulnerability, the rule compliance changed to compliant from non-compliant. I can go to the newly compliant resource to see the timeline and what specific configuration items may have changed. This shows my timeline, and this is when there was a change to put the resource in compliance. Let's see what changed. As you can see, this bucket had server-side encryption enabled and went into compliance. AWS Config is a powerful tool to track configuration changes and compliance violations in your AWS account. I encourage you to explore the AWS Config dashboard, conformance packs, and rule aggregation features in more depth.